Hello everybody, welcome back to OtherWorld. I look a bit different from the last episode. I also made a mistake. So, as you can see, I now have a full set of enchanted netherite armor. However, while looking through some of the different armor types, I was looking at, like, what this does. So these are used to make these upgrades, and these are used to make what is called nature the nature set. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of interesting. But if we look at what the full set does, it gives us regeneration. And so I think I went through all of the trouble of getting all this netherite for nothing. Well, not quite for nothing. We did need a netherite pickaxe, and that was to get. Let's see if I have. I don't think I have any left. I think I used it all. Oh no, here we go. Mithril. It was the mithril ore. This was crafted from it was the mithril makes the mithril scraps, makes the mithril four of them make the ingot, and I used that to make this amethyst rapier. Now we need to go ahead and make ourselves a nature set. I've got everything I need here in this chest, mostly everything I need. But to start off, we need to make a elemental manipulator. And with our element manipulator, I believe we put one of those in and put those in? Maybe? Maybe we need to charge it first. Hang on, let me figure out how this works. Alright, so I believe what we need to do is we need to take this core, this nature core, and charge the elemental manipulator. Yes. Okay. This will give us the nature ingots. Then I think we are going to need, that is the wrong button. So, to use the nature ingot, give me that, to make smithing templates, and we need 4 of these, meaning we need 4, I think we only need 8 of these nature ingots, because each template gives us 2. We're going to find out. Okay, I have good news and bad news. The good news is I was able to make 2 of these smithing templates. The bad news is I need emeralds to make the cores. To make the cores. And I need, every time I make one of these ingots, it uses one of these cores. And then to use these to make the nature armor, it needs more of these cores. Meaning I need more emeralds. So now I guess we need to find a farming villager because I have a lot of crops that I can sell. And we need emeralds. So that's first up on today's episode, finding a farming villager. Right, so for the sake of my own sanity, I went ahead and added the Easy Villagers mod just so that I can pick up villagers and bring them back to the house. It kind of made their textures go a bit weird, but honestly, I'm fine with it as long as they'll still trade with me. And that's just for my own sanity because I hate working with villagers. Anyway, while out and about, I found whatever this massive tree over here is. So let's go see what this massive tree over here is. It is a massive tree with a face. What does the massive tree with a face have for us? Or have in store for us? Hello, massive tree with a face? What are you? After looking around, it appears that there is a way in up there. So I guess let's go see what's up there. The wisdom below shall bestow. Okay, not sure what that means. But, you know, gonna see what's in this chest. Wisdom 3. Well as enchanted fruit, golden apple. Okay, what does Wisdom 3 have to say? key to understanding tent is to watch it inverted. Tenant? What? Alright, I'm gonna see if there aren't any more books. That doesn't make any sense. And then I'll meet you back at the house. Right, I now have 2 farmers at the house. Unfortunately, they are kind of expensive, and at the moment, only one of them gives me emeralds. This guy gives me bronze coins, which I'm not sure really what the use of them is, if I'm being honest. But, you know, they exist. And so now time to just kind of sit here and farm until I have enough emeralds. I think I need 16 emeralds because I got the 4 upgrades. I believe I need another 4 eyes, which is going to be 4, 8, 12, yeah, 16 emeralds. So I'll be back when I have 16 emeralds, or 4 eyes, cores, whatever they're called. I don't know. So, as I'm waiting for my farm to grow more and more tomatoes and onions, because I need those for emeralds, let's go ahead and go over what we're going to do in the rest of today's episode. I'm not exactly sure. I do know that our next step after we get our new set of armor is we are going to follow this Eye of Ghost to our first boss fight. That boss fight being... what was it called? Ghost of Ages Past? The Possessed Paladin. And then, once we defeat him, I'm assuming we'll get our next progress questline, or questline progress, and so we can go about doing that. In other news, I moved the farm up here after losing all the chicken and all the sheep. The sheep, I don't know what happened to them. The chickens exploded due to a creeper, unfortunately. And also, while we're waiting on the farm, let's go ahead and add, I think we can add 2 more spells to our book here. So we can't use that one. Let's do that one. And see, that's 9.6 damage. Summon Polar Bear could be interesting. That one could also be interesting. But I kind of want to do this one. That way we have a variety of spells. So go ahead and write that one in. And we'll go ahead and write that one in. So now, what does this do? That's cool. Okay, and then... okay. Interesting. We'll try and use those. I'm going to do my best to use those against the boss. But we'll see how caught up I am. We'll also see just how easy the fight itself is. Because I am level 6 now. So it could just be that the fight is just going to be really easy. And if that's the case, we may not need magic at all. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to keep farming tomatoes and stuff. And then when I come back, we'll finish up with our armor. Right, I finally have 4 nature cores, so we're just going to go ahead and power up our manipulator. We're going to grab our armor. Armor. Tablet. Go. Okay, well, because that takes a while, we're just going to go ahead and speed up this process. Right. We have a full set of nature armor. Let's see. Wow, that looks really cool. Okay. So that looks really cool. Now all that's left is to grab enough levels to enchant the entire thing. So I'm going to do that, and I will go ahead and meet you right back here at our enchantment table. Okay, this should be enough levels to fully enchant everything and re-roll just in case. Okay, I don't really want respiration, posture breaker, no thanks. Projectile would be nice, but okay, we're just gonna have to go with something. So if I do that, it literally only gave me respiration 3. Okay, that's not very good. Projectile, quick reload. Quick reload. I'd rather take the projectile protection. Protection 3, unbreaking 3, projectile protection 4. Okay, see, that's good. We'll take that. Projectile protection 4, we'll re-roll that. Protection 3, unbreaking 3. Yes, we'll keep those. So, let's go over here, and we just want to... So, strip that. Strip that one. Okay. Fire protection for breaking 3. We want the unbreaking. Quick reload. That's fine. Nope, don't want that. Okay, let's sure. Sure, we'll take that. Why not? Okay, now that that's done, I don't know where that zombie is, but he can stay over there. Throw that in the furnace, that. Grab those baked potatoes. I'm going to clean up my inventory, and then we are going to follow this Eye of Ghost. Okie dokie. We've got our new set of armor. We've got our sword. We've got, I think, everything we need. I'm going to go ahead and keep the netherite on me just in case this armor turns out to not be great. But now, let's go ahead and... Okay, looks like we're heading that way. I've also got no idea if this thing can break. I'm really hoping not, because I don't have another one. So, let's head that way. And I'll meet you at whatever the thing is that we're going to, because I don't actually know what it looks like. Okay, I do believe I have found where we are going. The only problem is there are a lot of mobs here, which in itself is making this armor really effective. There's also a Krampus henchman here. And another Nightmare Stalker. So let's just, okay. That being said, there's also that dude over there, but I'll get to him in a minute. I want to see what this thing dropped. Krampus henchman. What did you... Not mean to do that. Looks like it dropped coal. That appears to be it. Okay. I'm gonna grab all this iron. Iron is something that I need, and then we'll go over there.
A few moments later.
Right, now that I have collected a very healthy supply of iron, we have this guy, who I wish I could take with me, because he's got some, like, I can trade tough for emeralds. Can I, like, take you home with me? Because I want these. I want this trait specifically. Anyway, without further ado, oh, I might have to go get that iron up there too. Yep, this is in fact what we were looking for. Let's do this. It appears that I have angered a wizard. Not sure what that means, but I guess we're gonna find out. This regeneration is coming in clutch right now. I would be so dead if not for this regeneration. Oh, there it is. Hello. Alright, I guess this is the boss. Let's do this. Whoa, 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 okay. No, I need to heal, I need to heal, I need to heal. Right, come on. He's almost dead. Yes! Okay. Okay, that was scary. Let's see. Okay, let me collect my thoughts, and then we'll be back. Okie dokie, let's see what we got here. We got a corrupted soul, which can be used to make the guard summoner, knight summoner, or a soul greatsword. Interesting. And we also got a journal. Whispers promise much. I know a trap when I see one, but still, I must respect the power of those who have taken this vow. My presence is a threat to them. I disrupt their control. They need me gone. I can sense it. I cannot spend too much time worrying. As soon as this horde lets up and my injuries heal, I must continue. I believe the leader of this scourge to be occasionally employing pirates. Last I heard, a somewhat notorious crew became shipwrecked in a large iceberg, and were reportedly staying there to defend their valuables, waiting for a transport. I pray I have the strength to make it there. I tire quickly lately. The undead are insistent. Perhaps some forces cannot be bested by one man. This is the nature of power, I suppose. An individual can do everything right and still lose. Virtuousness does not grant invulnerability, like the stories I grew up with would have me believe. But, my friend, if you're reading this, there's something else to know. An individual can be defeated by corruption, fall to tyranny. But for as long as we can speak with each other, even over these great distances, there is hope. No, inevitability. You see, injustice will crumble. It has no inheritors, no one to care for its legacy when it is sick and dying. It always consumes itself in time. If I am not among those who witness this nightmare's end, may at least one pick up my torch and have enough life and strength left to see it through. This is all it takes for tyranny to fall. Wow. Okay. So, quest step 1 complete. And we get a nature's compass for that, which we'll get in a minute. Find the stranded pirate ship is our next step. So, let's go ahead and get home, and we'll work on our next steps. Okay, we have made it back home. And I think it's pretty clear what our next objective is. Looking at our journal here, Ghost of Ages Past, our next objective is find the stranded pirate ship. So, let's go find the stranded pirate ship. Well, welcome to the frozen deep ocean. We have made it. We have 3 structures to check out. We've got one here, and one here. I think this here is the one that we're looking for, so we're going to go ahead and check out the one over here first. There's also an ice dragon living over here. He tried to kill me. There's also that horn that keeps blowing, and I'm not sure what it is. But let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Alright, here we go at the first one. Let's see, I think... I'm actually not sure if it'll tell us what we need. What do we need to get? So we need to find the stranded pirate ship, what we need to do for this one. And I think whenever we just enter the premises, it'll give it to us, so I'm hoping it's not this one. And it doesn't appear to be, so I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. and I'll meet you at the next one. So, after looking around a little bit, I have come across this logbook, which doesn't say much, but it says that we need to find cargo keys on the other boats, and that there is an underground shelter as well. So, I guess we need to find the keys first, and then head to the underground shelter. So let's head over to those other boats and see if we can't find a key. So the ship back there wasn't anything special. I got a couple of spells from it, but it didn't give me anything, like, over the top cool. So now we are at this ship, which I believe is, in fact, yep, there it is. There's the journal entry. So we are, in fact, where we need to be. Let's just go ahead and get into here real quick and see what's up. Dang, okay. I may not have enough inventory space for all this. This is a lot of stuff. I also need to take care of this freaking cold somehow, or else it's gonna kill me. Hang on. If I do this, I think that might fix it, because that armor gives us, yeah, cool. Well, it was difficult, but I did manage to grab everything. Oop, nope, not everything of value. Almost everything of value. There we go, now we have everything of value. So far. But I'm gonna keep exploring. Actually, hang on. Let's check out what those journal entries were. So this is done. We got the shell horn, which is done. And now this is our next task, is to defeat her. Okay. I will be back either when I'm ready to do this, or if I find something cool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we are just about ready for this boss fight. Getting a little overexcited there. I did go ahead, make a quick trip home just to empty the inventory, because it was getting quite full. I've got some potions of regen just in case. Let's go ahead and eat this sea stew. Give ourselves strength, and here we go. Oh, she's trapped in the ice. Okay. Just gonna... You know what? Let's make this a fair fight. Broke my boat. Okay, hang on. I need to get on land. This is not gonna go well otherwise. Ocean! That one. I need that one. I've been poisoned. This is not good. No, not the backpack. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is she at full health? That's not fair. Holy shit, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Totem of Undying, I didn't want to use you. but honestly, I'm glad we had it. Hey, Ghost, this isn't exactly a fair fight, okay? God. However, this is why I set a respawn point here. Oh, she broke my shield. That's not good. Oh, come on. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. No! What do you mean? She can heal faster than I can do damage? I can't kill her. Yeah, I can't. There's nothing I can do here. Yeah, I can't. And now I have to deal with a Mother of the Maze, too? Are you kidding me? So, I was forced to make a tactical decision, and I chose to send myself back to the house, because it was breaking my sword, it was breaking my armor. So I'm back, I've got some potions of strength, poison, and weakness. And so, let's see if we can do this now. Yes, okay, that worked. Oh. Okay. That was fairly easy once we, got that done. Ice Mage shelter map. Okay, so that'll take us to the shelter. Frozen key. Oxygen tank. The helmet and suit only. The suit provides you with oxygen underwater. Protects you from freezing in the water. Yes, oh, cool. Okay, but I don't think I got the suit. Either way. We got the key. We got a map of where we need to go. And we got journal entry. There's more to do. Okay. Hiding something valuable. She mentioned they're seeking out the old champion the Lich frequently visited, confronting the Lich himself at his tower. Gameplay note: the Lich is a flying fight, only recommended for ranged or magic users. The old champion turns each are more difficult, but can be fought by melee characters. Okay. So we need to find her logbook, which guessing we can find via this. I'm really hoping I don't have to fight her again. Just make sure she didn't drop anything down here. Oh, yes, she did. Okay, cool. So, yeah. There we go. Oh, that's why I was getting mining fatigue. There's a monument down here. What the heck? Hey, that's kind of crazy. Okay, what is her log? I'm glad I went down and checked because I would have missed the logbook. Okay. We set sail under fair skies, cargo well secured. The client, a lich, was still insistent on placing his own boards, the likes of which I'd never seen, unsettling symbols. He said it was vital, that the goods were fragile. I don't like dealing with sorcerers, something was off. I've overheard him with his minions planning visits to the grave of some old champion and using a moonstone compass to get there. I also know of his laboratory, is a lone spire in a vast icy field. It can be found using something called a soul star. Either one of these should be a good place to look into in time. Something tremendously powerful is at the center of this. Please be I need to be patient. Okay, interesting. And we have a new journal entry as well. Okay, so level 7. Night Lich. And we need a moonstone compass to get to this guy. And I think I want to do this one first. Then we'll move on to the Night Lich. Okay, interesting. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. As always, have an amazing afternoon, evening, night, or morning, depending on what time it is for you. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!